Nobody. Wow.
Hey Saints, heading home right now. I'm on mobile. I'll see you in just a little bit.
Well, take your time. I think you're the first person that dropped in to say hello.
Hello, hello. Hello.
Greetings. And things are a little wishy-washy tonight. As you guys can hear in the background, we have a special guest host tonight again. And something has gone completely wrong in the time stream. Plain and simple. I feel like I'm 4 different people right now. I really do. But I want to welcome those of you that are here. Welcome to Halloween week on Wits. I want to thank you guys for joining us. It has been a crazy fun day, to be honest with you. Sony's network is driving me crazy. You keep trying to come up with some phrase I think she cannot say, Hyro. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you guys to the ongoing Halloween week. We're all this week with every night except for Friday night. Listwitz will not be here. You will have a guest host. And as you can see, I am your favorite Time Lord, the Doctor, or at least I think I am. Like I said, I even lost a British accent. I'm really worried now. So it's like, uh-oh. Something has gone wrong in the vortex, so to speak. But I figured I'd drop by the Listwitz studio. It's smaller on the inside than it is on the outside, to be honest with you. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I have been asked to guest host and to bring to you a special Halloween edition of Listwitz. So tonight is going to be kind of shorter than normal. I have been asked to throw in the usual items, which I shall do. But tonight, as you can hear in the background, special music playing once again. It's got that creepy vibe to it. It really does. I don't think anybody ever actually realized it until they listened to it. It's got that thing of nightmares and dreams all rolled into one. That's what I think it has. But today at the office was actually a semi-good day as I won an auction and I walked out with a brand new mini iPad. So I was trying to set it up so I could use the Sony app, and it's bollocks. It really is. Whoever came up with the CAPTCHA functionality, they need to be shot. Hung, drawn, quartered, burned in oil, staked to the ground, and slathered with honey, and just let the ants feast on them. And I don't care in which order. I don't. But yes, the doctor almost didn't make it tonight. You almost got stuck with Blind Eye Jack this evening. But thankfully, we kind of sent him back to where he belongs at the OK Corral. And maybe, hopefully, he'll get shot, right? At least that's what we're hoping. I know Dr. Jekyll would hope that. He does not like Blind Eye Jack. And I understand why now. So, we're going to give the title screen a few more minutes to get passed through. And while we are waiting, I will be taking care of a few things in the TARDIS. So you guys will have to bear with me as we go take care of some issues.
Hello.
Welcome, my friend, to the confusing timelines. How are we doing, Canadian Chris?
Hey KTG.
That's if she's there. She said something about being on her way home. But you never know. Home is where the heart is, and hopefully the heart is in the Wits studios.
Good.
I apologize for that. I gotta figure out how to get that thing into a video that I can do up front. Although I can't trust the app really right now, can I?
So Dave, are you being you denied all your alter ego Deadpool LOL?
That's a good question, HBK.
Let somebody else try first.
So I got good news and bad.
So what's the bad news? Your postal service finally went on strike?
I'm done with that.
Yes, my boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was actually pretty good timing. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the missing four-letter word of the night. And again, the reason we are going to go ahead and do the four-letter word is because, plain and simple, we got to get some contestants on the channel to see who will be participating in our 6-player game this evening.
Fry show.
Well, there won't be a Friday show, HBK, so you don't have to worry about that. You have to remember that I will not be doing a Friday broadcast.
Jail.
Hello, Mr. Juggalo. How are we doing, my friend? And... oh, hopefully that does not mean the YouTube is slowing down, because my sound effects have just been went to buffering status.
Morning, by the way, LOL.
Are you sure it's morning? Are you off hiding in New Zealand or something, Big Daddy? No, let's see. In New Zealand, it would probably be... actually, I think it would be afternoon right about now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the 4-letter word for the night. And again, even though this is a Halloween episode,
Free.
we are using this to determine who will be the contestants in our 6-player game. providing we get 6 players on the channel tonight.
But cause my plans fell, though I be here for Saturday Monday. Work third shift, so it's my morning, lol.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. I've done the same thing plenty of times in the past. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, we will be here tomorrow night, again at 7 o'clock. We will try to run a fast game to make sure we get to watch Dr. Jekyll and the Defective Head Meat Institute. If you guys haven't ever caught the DHMI crew, make sure you catch them tomorrow night. What am I worried about? I'll go warp it through time. I'll go back and watch it from the beginning. That's what I'll do. Again, we will not be here Friday. We will be here Saturday. We will be here tomorrow night with another special guest host. That's right. The doctor can only spare a little bit of his busy time schedule. I got worlds to save, Centaurans to deter. I got Daleks to face off with. Yes, it is. It is an R. R blank I-N. And since YouTube is not liking to play, or I should say Bing is not liking to play what I have up, let's go change this. Let's go try something a little more Halloweenish, shall we?
Uncharted 4 is really a good game.
So I have heard. It is not on my to-buy yet list. It was going to be this past week, and I got suckered in by everybody saying, go try WWE. And I am not thrilled with the WWE game. I just honestly don't like the counter system. Oh, I know what's missing right now. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, as we step in front of the camera one more time. And one more time again. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the 4-letter word.
Curious about my book? It tells the story of your unavoidable doom.
Again, we are looking for the 4-letter word that goes straight down the middle. If you can give that to me, you still get a shot at the vault. So yes, there are some things that just are not changing. And as we wait to see who all is active on the channel tonight.
WWE games so fast lately.
Like I said, I tried it. I just started it. I hate the character creation. I hate the career mode. So about the only thing I haven't done is played anybody online. And if I'm as bad as I think I am, if it ain't friends that can make fun of me, I ain't. So me, I've been doing Mad Max. I'm loving Mad Max though. And for those of you that are not into the game shows, if Macy is still broadcasting, Macy is having her little Halloween shindig tonight. Or at least she was. I don't know if she still is or is not. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am propping up other streamers that are playing at the same time that I do.
I'm having fun with double. The only thing I hate is submissions.
No, see, like I said, my issue is the counters. I am not... It's basically when you got like a quarter of a second to hit one button, when you're sitting there trying to get an offensive move in, and then all of a sudden it says, hit the counter button, it's like, I'm not that fast. It's basically, I've done one NXT match, got my butt kicked, and it just doesn't work for me. So yeah, I've been doing Mad Max. That one I think is a lot more fun. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the 4-letter word of the night. It has nothing to do with your guest host. I will tell you that right now. It is just some random word that Listwitsy decided to pick up and choose.
Story mode was my favorite until they stop it.
Now, see, like I said, I started on story mode, and
Fran.
like I said, it's not impressing me yet. It really isn't. And like I said, the only reason I got it was because a bunch of the guys I know on PlayStation were playing each other online, and so I bought it, and then it's like I don't ever see them on to play. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we will be looking for 6 participants tonight. I think the Sonic sunglasses have to come off. I can barely see with them on. But as you can see, the doctor is in the house tonight. Or at least parts of him anyway.
Jizzy. Free.
Well, let's see. I know you play, Jizzy plays, Ninja plays. Or at least I think Ninja plays. Because like when I get on, I don't see anybody on playing, so it's like, it's kind of rough to do when they're not around. So I basically jump over to Mad Max and just go blow cars up. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the 4-letter word that goes right down the middle. After which we will determine who will be our 6 participants for our game of Cash Trapped. And again, the only person that is ineligible as of this moment is Justin, because he won the Dark Child piece yesterday. Think Grand Theft Auto on a continental scale. That's the best way I know how to describe it. So we are down to 4.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. See, I knew this week-long thing was going to throw some people off, because they're all like, he's broadcasting tonight, and I'm like, yes, as I have said for the entire month, ladies and gentlemen, for this week, we will be doing one game show a night. Tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and Halloween. Now, I will say the Halloween episode will not start until after the Nerdy Effect, just to let you guys know. The Sunday show, I think we'll start at 7. Tomorrow's night show will be 7. The Thursday show may start a little earlier. The Thursday show may start... Actually, tomorrow is Thursday. And like I said, the reason for that is I will either be choosing a very short game so that everybody can jump over and enjoy the Defective Head Meat Institute. Hello, Miss Freddy's Ready.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome to the kind of warp time stream, as you may or may not be able to tell. We got a little Dr. 1, a little Dr. 4, a little Dr. 11. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are here and you are participating tonight, you will have your chance of one of the 4 McFarlane monster sets tonight. Quasimodo, the Vampire, the Werewolf, and the Frankenstein Lab. And we are down to 2.5 minutes. And again, the one thing I was going to definitely do was keep the vault, this game going every night, just to make sure I had enough participants on the channel.
Gear. Rail.
Let's see, who do we have so far?
Lane. Gold. G.
I know what I'm missing. I'm missing his ring. And if you guys really want to be scared, do not miss the Saturday episode. I will tell you that right now. Because the guest host is going to scare the bejesus out of you. That's all I'm going to say. Nope, have not seen the 4-letter words yet. And again, yesterday Justin got 3 of the numbers off the vault for you guys. So we are down to 64 possible combinations. 64 possible combinations to the vault. So it's getting really close, ladies and gentlemen. See, it's not going to scare you that way, Miss Freddy.
Holds the secrets of life.
But it will scare some people. That's all I'm going to say. Because Bubbles is already helping me set Saturday's guest host up.
Pain. Fear.
We're down to about the last 30 seconds.
Hey, Saints fan, how are you?
Hello, Macy. How was the Halloween party? I saw it come up on YouTube, and I almost delayed my broadcast just to go see it. And I was like, as soon as I did, it was like the PlayStation app went bonkers, and I had to basically reset. So I kind of held off for it.
Freddy scared the shit out of me. We've been watching Halloween, and today I was taking a nap and he dressed up as Mike Myers and woke me up.
That would be the perfect Freddy's Ready antics. Yes, indeed it would. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We did not get anybody to give me the 4-letter word that we were looking for tonight. The correct answer for this evening, for the vault,
it was good, no worries. I know you had busy night.
like I said, I had the playroom up. I saw it come up. I'm like, I'm gonna go jump over, and right as I went to go turn the music off on the playroom, the app bombed.
You shall not pass.
The correct answer was fuel. We were looking for fuel to put in the Eye of Harmony. Still say it was one of the worst ideas that writers ever came up with.
Fuel, not bad, good word.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that means nobody gets a shot at the vault. So now I'm going to give you guys a choice. Do you want to face the Halloween list? Or shall we just try to jump straight into the game? Because yes, I do have Halloween lists set up for these days.
List.
All right, I see a couple people say let's go for a list. In that case, we will do just that. And tonight's list is as follows. Ghost phrases. We are looking for words and phrases that have the word ghost. And if I guess right, number 3 will be the last one to come off.
Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad is not on the list tonight.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, see, I knew that one was going to come up quick.
Ghost Hunters. Stories. Ghost Show. Town. Ghost Town. Pale as a.
Actually, I will be fair. All of these start with ghost.
Give up the.
I think I had this originally with a couple of negative ones in there. I think I have the trailing ghost phrase on another list.
Ghost with the mostest.
The ghostest with the mostest. It's been a while since I've actually heard that one.
Ghost with the most. Ghost house. Owl.
That would have been a good tricky one. That would have been a good tricky one to sneak in there.
Ghost Rider. Animal Rescuer. Ghostliness.
I got to give that one to Macy HBK. She gave me the full term.
Fish.
Oh, you're going to hate me then, KTG, because I took the Ghost and Mrs. Muir out to replace it with number 3. I had that in there, and I took it out to replace it with number 3.
Dance. Ghost and Goblins. Taunting. Story. Ghost
The problem with Ghosts and Goblins is it's actually ghosts and multiple and goblins, so it didn't quite fit.
Death as eternal,
Somebody had to try it eventually.
complete with eternal nightmares.
Somebody had to try it eventually, but no, Ghost of Christmas Past is not on there.
Ghost house. Driver. Ghostly. Word. Crab.
So far, Macy's got 2, Juggalo's got 1, KTG's got 1, and Bros has 1. Oh, KTG just got the second one off the list.
Encounter. Ghost hunter.
D-Back, I'll say you're thinking right, but not the right one.
Bye. Ghost seekers.
Oh, Yoda's Dream Girl, nicely done. I thought that one would last a while. I really thought Ghostlight was going to be the hardest one on the list.
Shadow. Ghost catcher. Ghost candy. Ghost whispers. Ghost club. Caper. Car. Ghost with the most. Flathead. Weed. Shark. Show.
I will say someone was close to number 8, but they gave me the wrong form. I can't take the one that somebody gave me for number 8.
Money. Spirit. Ghost is a perv. Ghost whisperer.
There we go. I couldn't take Ghost Whispers because it is completely different, HBK. Ghost Whispers is not the same as Ghost Whisperer.
Noise. Ghost Hunters International.
Now, I will tell you that if you paid attention to one of D-Back's guesses,
Pain.
he had the right idea, but for the wrong thing. And nobody has come close on number 5 yet. Which surprised me. I thought 5 would come off before number 3. 7 I can see a little.
Ghost in a shell. Bells. Ghost trappers. Virus. Beside my bed. Poltergeist.
The Ghost Poltergeist. I don't know if that's an actual term.
Ghost at the feast. Poltergeist. In chains.
So again, D-Back had the right idea for one of them he gave. but he picked the wrong. What's the word I want to use without giving it away?
Ghost light. Ghost beside my bed. Crystal.
I'm trying to think. What would be the wrong franchise? Let's put it that way. I guess I got to use that word. It's the only word I can think of. So D-Bag gave me one that was a good guess, wrong franchise.
Ghost Recon.
There we go.
Must you stick your nose into my business? I'm trying to write a horrific novel, and you have just become the tragic ending.
Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon is actually a legitimate phrase in spy novels, believe it or not. Which means we are down to number 5, and I did not think number 5 was going to be that last one. If you were with us yesterday, you know I had one of these.
Ghost likely. Tails.
When a certain piece of equipment started going haywire. Gizmo would be a good example of one. Kind of.
Ghost light.
And Spike would be a good example of one. So Gizmo and Spike. And like I said, if you saw the show yesterday, you know I had one of them.
Stories. Ghost Gremlin.
No, not quite what we're looking for.
Ghost Demon. Ghost in the Machine.
There we go, Chris.
Diary. Today I took 3 more lives, and I do believe.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have completed the ghost list. And there was a reason I asked whether or not you guys wanted to see the ghost list or the list. Because as always, when we do a list, there's something
Ghost in the
involved.
Machine.
And it's time to find out who's going to be the lucky person. And let's see. Juggalo's got 2, KTG's got 2, and Macy's got 2. Let's see if Macy is continuing her hot streak on the list tonight. Ghostbusters. I figured that would be the first one to come off, and it pretty much was.
Yay.
And it is not. Now, I only have you down for one, my Yoda's Dream Girl. I got you for 1, Chris for 1, Bros for 1, D-Back for 1. I got you for Ghostlight. Alright. As we're going to do the doubles first, does Juggalo have a ghost of a chance of walking out the winner? No ghost of a chance for Juggalo. Which means we turn to KTG.
I Ghost Light.
Yep, that's the one I gave you, was Ghostlight. Chris beat you to Ghost in the Machine.
Hi everyone.
Because I'm looking at it right here. It's like, Chris Ghost in the Machine, YDG Ghost in the Machine. So she beat you by a hair. Alright.
Okay, sorry, just
My
one.
shoulder. But it's easier
Who
than
did I say had
inside
2?
your
KTG. Let's see if Ghost Town is not so empty. Oh, Ghost Town remains empty and hidden. Alright, that means everybody's got a shot. We got 7 left. We got 7 names on our list. And like I said, I got to start with the hot girl. I got to see if Macy is going to add one more to the pile. Is Ghost Rider our winner? Yes, it is. Wow.
Come closer.
Macy, I think Macy has the list figured out somehow. I have no idea how she does it. But Macy, congratulations. You have just won the list.
GG.
And with that, Miss Macy, it's time to find out if you get anything good out of it. Because we did indeed bring back the treasure hunt for tonight for the lists. There we go.
Wow.
She's gotten 3 of them.
Holds the secrets of life.
Macy, congratulations.
Secrets.
Welcome, Macy, since I forgot the space.
She's gotten 3 of the last 4 lists, I think. I think she's got the list figured out. Somehow. It's like, is it peaky? Is it showing through? Nope, it's not showing through. All right, Macy.
Did you not sense my presence?
You know Macy got to go
Number 69. Let's find out what's in treasure chest number 69. Oh, it broke. Again. Oh, I know why it broke. Because I forgot to do something. Duh. I undid it and forgot to redo it.
LOL.
I know why it broke. Because I forgot to reset it after I was testing it.
Sorry, David. I just been lucky. I never win.
Let's see if it works this time. Nope, it's broken. Why is it broken?
No problem, LOL.
Oh, it shouldn't be broken. It should be working. It should be working. Don't know why it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. That's alright. We'll just do the workaround version. Yep. Get back over where I want you. Alright. For whatever reason, it's not come up on the screen, but it is coming up. Macy, congratulations, my dear, as we add to your collection the Eagle belt buckle. The engraved Eagle belt buckle is now yours, my dear. So that will go with everything else I have back here for you.
Awesome.
I don't know why it didn't show up on the main screen. I had to do it the hard way. But I will do that later.
Is the Tale of Sith music?
Yes, it is. It is indeed Tale of the Crypt. Because basically what I have is a now I know why it didn't work. There we go. close that out. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight we will be choosing 6 of you to participate in the Cash Trap game. It's one of my favorites, probably because I just worked so hard on it. And I think this was the one Macy won last time. I think Macy was the one that won this the last time I did it. So ladies and gentlemen, we are about to offer the position to 6 players on the channel.
Go Cubbies.
And we're going, and you will have basically 2 minutes to say yes or
I
no.
love that show. I had a toy from it when I was young kid.
So, the first 6 players to be offered
Our Cubs winning.
I have no idea. I don't even know if the game is on tonight because they were threatening to rain out. All right. The 6 players that are being offered this game tonight: KTG, Hero, HBK, Chris, Juggalo, and D-Back. So again, you guys have 2 minutes to say yes or no as to whether or not you're in.
Hero. In. LOL. In.
So Hero, Chris, Juggalo, and D-Back. And again, I don't do favoritism or anything of that sort. It's basically whoever was at the top of the chat when I do the picking.
She out. Out.
All right, Chris is out, which means the next person on my list as soon as I get the mouse working again. Yoda's Dream Girl. All right, I'm not hearing anything from Hero or Juggalo.
Out for now, TY.
All right, Yoda's Dream Girl is out. Let's see who that brings up next. I think that puts Bros. You are up next on my plate. No, wait. Who is next? Yes, Bros. You are up next on my plate.
I can hear his laugh, LOL.
Alright, so we are. Juggalo did not give me a response either, which means Macy and Miss Freddy's Ready are next. So right now we got KTG, we have Bros, we have HBK, we have D-Back. Alright, Bros is in, which means we're down to Macy and Mrs. Freddy's Ready. Macy's gonna pass. Uh-oh, we got a small problem coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. Because I think I have gone through everybody that's been active on the channel so far. You guys are gonna force me to change the game, I think. Alright, so we are looking for 2 more chatters, watchers, viewers, contestants that are interested in participating. We have 4 of our 6. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, you are playing for your choice of one of these. We have, who is this? We have the werewolf set.
It says 8 people are watching.
We have the Dracula set.
Now
Think of your death as eternal sleep, complete
The Hunchback set. And the Mad Science Lab, the Dr. Frankenstein Lab set. Whoever wins will have their choice of one of those 4. Alright, J-Dub is in.
Checking to see your costume. Who might this guest host be? Nerdy, probably creeping like always, LOL.
Oh, probably. This is the 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 11th Doctor. And if I could have found the celery, I would have been 1st, 4th, 5th, and 11th Doctor.
MRMRS cast me to pass on. Much love to all.
Alright, we'll give him my best. He's basically the Doctor hit a time warp and kind of splintered all into one individual person.
That would not surprise me, LOL. Hey, Dub.
So we are looking for one more participant. So we have KTG, Rose, HBK, J-Dub, and D-Back. We're looking for one more person that's active on the channel.
If meet someone, I will play.
Alright, I will put you down for the moment, Macy. We'll see if anybody else wants to volunteer to take your place. So we'll give them about another 3 minutes to see if somebody wants to be the 6th.
Good luck, everybody. I'd stick around, but I'm not eligible tonight.
Nope, you're locked out for a while, Justin. And whoever wins tonight.
Hey bro, sorry I didn't say goodbye earlier.
It's one prize per person for this week, and this week only, other than the list when we do them. The main prizes I want to give out to as many people as I can. So it's basically Justin will be eligible on Friday, because or Halloween I should say. Sorry, not Friday. The Halloween game will be an open channel game. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody else jumped in, so Macy, you're in as my sixth, my dear.
Hey,
It is time for the game of Cash Trapped.
Must you stick your nose into my business? I'm trying to write a horrific novel, and you have just become the tragic ending.
All right, for the Cash Trap game, you got to be quick, but you got to be right. Otherwise, you're trapped. We're going to show you the topics for 6 board questions that will come up in a little bit. But you got your trap. You can trap your opponents so they can't beat you to the board.
CST quasi truck. Confused.
We're going to have a series of toss-up questions to start with. And the first player to answer the toss-up question, if they are correct, they automatically score 100 points. They get to trap one of their opponents temporarily. Now, you know, I've got to fix the colors on it, HBK. That's why I'm reading them off to you. Okay? So basically, I'll throw a toss-up question out there. The first person to answer, right or wrong, is basically the answer I take. If you are right, you get to pick one of your 5 opponents to temporarily trap. If you guess wrong, however, you're trapped. The process continues until we get down to 1 player. That player will then be able to choose one of the 6 categories, and they will get to make a choice from the multiple choice options. If they get the multiple choice question correct, they lock 1 player out for the entire game, the first round. If they're wrong, they're locked out for the remainder of that round. Okay? And then we repeat the process with the 5 players that are de-trapped, and we work our way through the first round that way. It'll make a little more sense when you see it if you haven't been with us before. And for some reason, I have the crappy colors set up here. Damn it. And I'm not going to have a choice to fix this. So here are your 6 categories. We have Resident Evil, TV series, Edgar Allan Poe, wrestling, animals, and Robert Rodriguez. So those are the 6 categories. All right. So for my 6 players, here is your first top. Ah, crap! It's all screwed up. Give me a moment. I gotta find my remote. I'm going to decolorize this so it's at least legible. Where did my? There it went. Come on. That doesn't work. There we go. Let's take it down. Come on, drop.
I need to see LOL.
I know, give me a minute. There we go. There we go. So the toss-up question is, ladies and gentlemen, in which Macbeth play would you find the poems The Witch's Spell? Oh boy.
That better.
And if you guys don't get this one right on the toss-up question, shame on you.
Can I play Mr. Smile?
You got to ask Macy if she wants to drop out, because Macy was only in if somebody wasn't available.
Now what?
This is the toss-up question, HBK.
I had to end my stream because my tablet died.
In which Macbeth play would you find the poem?
He can play
Alright.
Smile.
Alright, Zach, you're in slot 6. In which play would you find the poem, The Witch's Spell? And like I said, if you guys can't get this toss-up question, heaven help
Smell a
you.
boo-boo.
There's a boo-boo in there. Yes, there is. In which play would you find the poem The Witch's Spell?
Macbeth.
Correct, KTG. It is indeed Macbeth. KTG is slot 1. Bros, you are slot 2 at the top. HBK is slot 3. On the bottom, it is J-Dub, D-Back, and Zach.
Dear Diary, today I took
All right, KTG. With that, you get to temporarily lock out one of the other 5 players. Who do you wish to lock out? Yep, Major Boo. I did this once before. Macy was the victim of the other one. Because I had the question about silly string in there, and that was the actual question. Was supposed to be silly string. Somehow my cut and paste got messed up. All right, HBK, you are temporarily locked out of this round, so you cannot answer at this time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the 5 remaining players of this round, here is toss-up question number 2. What is the name of the company that is responsible for the virus in the Resident Evil series of movies?
Yes, the silly string.
And you still pass. Because Yoda's Dream Girl, I think she was dying in laughter when it happened.
Umbrella.
Correct, Zach.
Umbrella Corporate.
It is indeed the Umbrella Corporation. All right, Zach, you can lock out KTG, Bros, J-Dub, or D-Back.
Umbrella.
So, Zach, who would you like to lock out?
KTG Hang Out.
All right, KTG is now locked out. Yep, you should have gone with the short answer. Sometimes the short answers are better. All right, here is the next toss-up question. KTG and HBK are locked out. In addition to trick-or-treating, children in the USA sometimes collect small change donations for a particular children's charity. What is the name of this charity which helps needy children worldwide? In addition to trick-or-treating, children in the United States sometimes collect small change donations for a particular children's charity. What is the name of this charity which helps needy children worldwide? So again, KTG and HBK are the two that cannot answer this one. D-Bag in first with UNICEF. Is it UNICEF? Indeed, it is UNICEF. All right, D-Bag. That means you can lock out Bros, J-Dub, or Zach. Who would you like to lock out? Oh, sleep mode. No, 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 no. We're not going. As soon as I forgot where my controller just disappeared too. Here it is.
Zach. I'm
All right.
one to ... See, when I don't play, I can answer ML. I was thinking of Penny something.
All right, Zach, you are locked out, which means you cannot answer this next question either. So it's down to Bros, J-Dub, and D-Bag. And here is your next toss-up question, ladies and gentlemen. What was the name of the slasher in the 2009 movie The Hills Run Red? What was the name of the slasher in the 2009 movie The Hills Run Red? Uh-oh, I think we got him stumped. Bros, damn, I forgot. What was the name of the slasher in the 2009 movie The Hills Run Red? And as you guys can see, there is a theme to the Halloween episodes. D back in with Babyface. Is it Babyface? Indeed it is, D-Back. Very nicely done.
Curious about my book? It tells the story of your unavoidable doom.
All right, D-Back. Would you like to lock out J-Dub or Bros? Bros is temporarily locked out.
Bros.
All right. So that means this last toss-up question is between J-Dub and D-Back. And here is your toss-up question, ladies and gentlemen. In what country is it said that people hide their knives on Halloween in order to keep the spirits from hurting themselves or others? Have a good one, Miss Yoda. In which country is it said that people hide their knives on Halloween in order to keep the spirits from hurting themselves or others? So this is between J-Dub and D-Back. In which country is it said that people hide their knives on Halloween in order to keep the spirits from hurting themselves or others? D-Back says Germany.
Germans.
Is it Germany? To lock out J-Dub? Yes, it is Germany. There's a term for it, and I can't think of what it is, which means J-Dub is temporarily locked out. All right, D-Back.
Holds the secrets of life.
It's very simple. You get to pick one of these 6 categories. Which of these 6 categories would you like to take? Again, we have Resident Evil, TV series, Edgar Allan Poe, wrestling, animals, or Robert Rodriguez. All right, he's going to take wrestling. And here are your 6 choices. We have Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, Sid Vicious, Scott Steiner, Goldberg, and Kevin Sullivan. So those are the 6 names. One of those will be the correct name. The question for these 6 is as follows.
Can I tell him, please?
Back in 2005, which professional wrestler played a murderous Santa Claus in the film Santa's Sleigh? Back in 2005, which of these professional wrestlers played a murderous Santa Claus in the film Santa's Sleigh? Now, if you get this right, D-Back, you get to lock out any one of the other 5 players permanently for this round. If you miss, you are locked out permanently in this first round. Back in 2005, which professional wrestler played a murderous Santa Claus in the film Santa's Sleigh? Was it Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan, Sid Vicious, Scott Steiner, Goldberg, or Kevin Sullivan? All right, he's saying it is Goldberg. If it is Goldberg, again, you get to choose one of the other 5 players to lock out of the first round. Is it Goldberg? Yes, it is, which gives you another 10 points with your 3 you already have. And with that, D-Back, you get to choose which player that you would like to lock out of round 1. So again, you can lock out KTG, Bros, HBK, J-Dub, or Zach. I thought it was actually a pretty good B movie, to be honest with you. But it was a B level movie, so that's what I was expecting. All right, KTG is locked out, so KTG is frozen with 1 point. And everybody else is back in. So KTG, you're locked out of round 1.
Thanks a lot. KTG. LOL.
And here is toss-up question for the 5 of you. What was the sequel movie to the Blair Witch Project? What was the sequel movie to the Blair Witch Project?
And so the dog. Blair Witch 2 left.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm not going to take Blair Witch 2.
What's up, Da Saint fan and everyone?
Hey, Money, what's good, my friend? Alright, Zach gave me Blair Witch 2, which I'm not going to take as a legitimate answer because that's too obvious. D-Bag with Book of Shadows. Is it the Book of Shadows? Indeed, it was the Book of Shadows.
Mac and Money.
Alright, so D-Bag, you are still in control. Who would you like to temporarily lock out? You have Bros, HBK, J-Dub, and Zach.
Damn it, I did get one right.
Alright, HBK has been temporarily locked out. See, I would have thought the horror question would be right up your guys' alley, to be honest with you. Which company markets the Ouija board game? Which company markets the Ouija board game? This is for Bros, J-Dub, D-Back, and Zach. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, it was actually made as a game. Not as a spirit world where you go talk to Bloody Mary. Bros says Hasbro. Is it Hasbro?
Well, fine, I'm watching.
No, it is not Hasbro. It is Parker Brothers. Parker Brothers was the company that marketed the Ouija board, which means Bros has locked himself out.
HBK, I'll join you to the beer lounge.
Do not sense my presence. These books don't like
And
themselves, you know.
here is your next question. Which candy was the first candy to be wrapped in individual wrappings for sale? Which candy was the first candy to be wrapped in individual wrappings for sale?
Damn, I forgot about Parker Brothers.
See, I would have said, if I didn't know the question, I would have said Hasbro myself. Which candy was the first candy to be wrapped in individual wrappings for sale? So this is between J-Dub, D-Back, and Zach.
Tootsie Roll.
J-Dub in first with Tootsie Rolls.
I know this too.
Is it Tootsie Rolls? Indeed it is. Tootsie Rolls were the first ones to ever do individually wrapped candies. Alright, D-Back.
Think of your death.
You can lock out J-Dub or Zach. Who would you like to lock out?
With eternal nightmares.
Me, I'm a peanut butter cup
Tootsie
guy.
Rolls are good.
I'm a peanut butter cup guy myself.
J-Dub.
Alright, J-Dub is temporarily locked out, which means his last question is between D-Back and Zach. And gentlemen, here is your question. What was the name of the group band that worked with the singer of Monster Mash? What was the name of the group band that worked with the singer when they performed Monster Mash? So I need the name of the group band, not the name of the lead singer. So for instance, if it was Diana Ross and the Supremes, you'd give me the Supremes. But I'll tell you right now, it's not Diana Ross and the Supremes. Just to make it easy. What was the name of the group band that worked with the singer of Monster Mash?
Back is the champion spelled as your picture.
And again, remember the theme of the show. What was the name of the group band that worked with the singer of Monster Mash? It's a mash. A Monster Mash. Let's see if that's in my available playlist. Ooh, it is. I don't care about copyrights. Not tonight, anyway. There's the Monster Mash song.
Still 5-0 Cubs over Cleveland.
What was the name of the group band that worked with the singer of Monster Mash?
I think you should dress like that all the time, Professor Doctor. You look quite dapper.
Well, like I said, you almost got Blind Eye Jack tonight because I couldn't find the fez for a while. What was the name of the group band that worked with the singer of Monster Mash? It's between D-Back and Zach. So it's the Zach Back Attack. Now, if they don't give me an answer, the 4 players that are locked out can race to give me an answer and decide which of the 2 get locked
Crypt
out.
Kickers.
D-Back in first with the Crypt Kickers. Is it the Crypt Kickers? Indeed it is the Crypt Kickers. D-Back scores on that one and locks Zach out for this board.
Must you stick your nose into my business? I'm trying to write a horrific novel, and you have
All I
just
can
become
say
the
without saying
tragic
that the Cubs
ending.
pitcher's passing.
All right, D-Back.
Dear Diary, today I
You have 5 categories left.
and I do believe number
Thing
4
so
is
far.
written what I write at
It's the
this very
WCW
Resident Evil.
United States Championship.
TV series,
Bravo back
Edgar
down.
Allan Poe, Animals, or Robert Rodriguez. So D-Back, which of those 5 would you like to try your luck at?
It's Arietta.
All right, D-Back is going to go with Resident Evil. And here are your 6 choices, my friend. We have Nemesis, Afterlife, Apocalypse, Extinction, Redaction,
It's very
and Retribution.
over my shoulder.
So we have Nemesis, Afterlife, Apocalypse, Extinction, Redaction, and Retribution. All right, D-Back, this question is for you. Which of these are the subtitle for the Resident Evil movie that involved Alice crossing the Mojave Desert? Which of those 6 was the subtitle to the Resident Evil movie that involved Alice crossing the Mojave Desert? Was it Nemesis, Afterlife, Apocalypse, Extinction, Redaction, or Retribution? All right, you gotta leave Zach. So anybody want to step up and take Zach's place? Speak up now. Again, Justin's the only one that's not eligible.
People should sub for you on YouTube.
Well, I appreciate it, bros. So again, we need somebody to take Zach's place. And D-Back, again, the question is, which of these 6 are the subtitle for the Resident Evil movie that involved Alice crossing the Mojave Desert? He's going to go with Extinction.
But I'm still watching.
If it is Extinction, you get to lock out another player. Is it Extinction? Indeed it is. It is indeed Extinction. So who would you like to lock out, D-Back? Bros, HBK, J-Dub, or Zach? I would almost say you automatically lock out Zach. All right, Macy, you are back in.
J-Dub.
All right. J-Dub has been locked out. So I keep trying to get Moneymaker to volunteer, but he never does. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 4 players in round 1. And here is your toss-up question. In a takeoff of a famous Vegas group, what nickname was given to the horror filmmakers that included Eli Roth, Robert Rodriguez, and Rob Zombie? In a takeoff of a famous Vegas group, what nickname was given to the horror filmmakers that included Eli Roth, Robert Rodriguez, and Rob Zombie? Nope, you're not locked out, Macy. You are still in. You are number 6. You are the nurse. You are right here. The 2 people currently locked out are KTG and J-Dub. In a takeoff of a famous Vegas group name, what nickname was given to horror filmmakers that included Eli Roth, Robert Rodriguez, and Rob Zombie? I don't know if I trust Macy for an examination. Is it? Hey, Nerdy, how are we doing? If Macy wants to step away, because Macy's acting as my placeholder, we still have a game going. Is it the Splat Pack? Indeed, it is the Splat Pack. Because Macy's being kind enough to act as my placeholder. If other people can't step in, I do have a slot available.
If Nerdy wants my place, he can have.
All right, Nerdy, you are in slot 6. You are the nurse on the board. All right, D-Back.
LOL.
Yep, that was their nickname. They were nicknamed the Splat Pack. They include Eli Roth, Robert Rodriguez, Rob Zombie, Quentin Tarantino, and I can't remember who the 5th one is. But there was a 5th one that was added into it. It was a takeoff of the Rat Pack. All right, D-Bug, D-Bug, D-Back.
Did you not sense my presence?
Bros, HBK, or Nerdy? Who would you like to lock out?
Looking defective tonight. Nerdy makes a better nurse smile.
Think of your death.
Oh, by the way, Nerdy, Saturday I am taking that challenge you threw at me, just so you know. I am taking that challenge Saturday. So you are never going to forgive yourself for needing eye bleach. Alright, Bros has been temporarily locked out. Alright, the next question is for D-Back, HBK, and Nerdy. And here is the toss-up question. Based on a Stephen King novel, what 2003 film about 4 childhood friends on an annual trip to a forest cabin, it featured aliens, Morgan Freeman, and the phrase SSDD? Based on a Stephen King novel, what 2003 film about 4 childhood friends on an annual trip to a forest cabin featured aliens, Morgan Freeman, and the phrase SSDD?
How did you know Nerdy was wearing a sexy nurse outfit? Lol. I love that book.
So D-Back, HBK, and Nerdy, the question is for you guys. D-Back says Dreamcatcher. Is it Dreamcatcher? Yes, it is. D-Back on a roll this game. All right, D-Back, who would you like to lock out? Would you like to lock out Nerdy or HBK?
HBK.
All right, HBK has been temporarily locked out, which means this question is between Nerdy and D-Back.
Back is smarter than the average bear.
Hey, boo-boo. And here is the toss-up question for Nerdy and D-Back. Another marriage tradition from Halloween. What fruit would Scottish women peel and then throw the peel over their shoulder to see the initials of their future husband? This is a Halloween marriage tradition from Scotland. What fruit would Scottish women peel and then throw the peel over their shoulder, and however it landed would form the shape of their future husband's name? Nerdy says it's the banana. Is it the banana? No, it's apples. They actually peeled the apples really small, really tight, throw it over their shoulder, and that would be the name. So no points for that one. But D-Back, you are in control again.
Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Guess I'll go eat worms. Long, thin, slimy ones, short, fat, juicy ones, itsy, bitsy, fuzzy, wuzzy worms.
All right, we have TV series, Edgar Allan Poe, Animals, and Robert Rodriguez. D-Back, which of those would you like to try?
TV series.
TV series it is. All right, your choices are Vampire Circus, The Wicker Man, Nightmare on Elm Street, Salem's Lot,
Lol Fraggle.
Madhouse, or Friday the 13th.
The real question is, why are these women out the kitchen?
Oh. So again, your choices are Vampire Circus, The Wicker Man, Nightmare on Elm Street, Salem's Lot, Madhouse, and Friday the 13th. All right, D-Back, here is your question. Which TV series, considered the precursor to Sci-Fi's Warehouse 13, borrowed its title from a horror film in what was considered a cheap attempt to get viewers?
Because they think you have two hands and can make your own sandwich tang out.
What TV series was considered the precursor to Sci-Fi's Warehouse 13 and borrowed its title from a horror film in what was considered a cheap attempt to get viewers? Was it Vampire Circus, The Wicker Man, Nightmare on Elm Street, Salem's Lot, Madhouse, or Friday the 13th? I know, because I loved this series, to be honest with you, and I was pissed when they named it what they did.
Me too.
And the worst part was, I thought they had a reason for naming it what they named it. No. But these are 6 horror films.
Friday the 1/3.
Friday the 13th. Is it Friday the 13th? Yes, it is. Friday the 13th.
Warehouse 1-3 was dope.
And like I said, they named it that just because they figured they could get movie fans to watch their series. All right, D-Back, with that, who would you like to lock out in this round? So you can lock out Bros, HBK, or Nerdy.
And risk messing up my manicure? No, HBK.
But yeah, Friday the 13th was a brilliant show. It really was. Alright, Nerdy has been locked out for the remainder of this round. Alright, so this round is down to Bros, HBK, and D-Back. And, whoa.
Lol.
There we go again. Alright, give me a minute. I gotta relock out some people here. Alright, we gotta remove Resident Evil. You have to remove the wrestling one. I know, it's like, it's weird.
Damn the ghost.
And TV series.
I'm going to finish watching the Cubs to the brew house. That ghost is back in computer.
And then I keep wanting to play with the mouse, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, can't do that. Alright, damn it. Too far. There we go. That was on me, because the jacket got in the way. Alright, gentlemen, it's going to take me a minute to get through the toss-up questions we have to get through, so bear with me. Alright, this I think is the last one. Who was the killer in the original Friday the 13th movie? Who was the killer in the original Friday the 13th movie?
Mom.
Rose says it's Mom, and indeed, it was Jason's mother. So Bros in first. So Bros, with that, would you like to lock out D-Back or HBK?
Back.
D-Back has been locked out. I figured that one was coming. I figured that one was coming.
I'm trying to write a horrific novel. And you
Alright, so the next toss-up question is between Bros and HBK. And here is the toss-up
I
question.
saw that coming, LOL.
Come on, toss-up question. There we go. In the horror movie, Yellow Brick Road, the main topic of the movie was the study about an entire city that disappeared in what U.S. state? In the horror movie, Yellow Brick Road, the main topic of the movie was the study about an entire city that disappeared in what U.S. state? So this is between Bros and HBK. HBK in first with Kansas. Is it Kansas? No, it's New Hampshire. It's actually New Hampshire. Kansas was, if I had seen the question, Kansas would have been the first thing that came to my mind from The Wizard of Oz. Which means that Bros is in control. So, Bros, you got 3 categories left. Edgar Allan Poe, Robert Rodriguez, or animals. Which of those 3 are you most comfortable trying? Edgar Allan Poe, animals, or Robert Rodriguez? Robert Rodriguez it is. And here are your choices. Death Proof, Thanksgiving, Acuna Boys, Hobo with a Shotgun, Planet Terror, and Don't. So those are your 6 choices. Death Proof, Thanksgiving, Acuna Boys, Hobo with a Shotgun, Planet Terror, and Don't. And here is the question. Most people know that the fake trailer for Grindhouse movie for Machete was actually made into a full-blown film by Robert Rodriguez. Which of these other fake trailers in the film was also made into another B horror type movie? And I left part of it off, starring Rutger Hauer. Hi, hon.
Hello. I got some foodies.
Okay. Most people know that the fake trailer for Grindhouse movie for Machete was actually made into a full-blown film by Robert Rodriguez. Which of these other fake trailers in the film did he also make into a B horror type movie?
Planet Terror.
Is it Planet Terror, starring Rutger Hauer? No, it is not Planet Terror. Which means Bros is locked out. No bonus points on that one. Anybody want to take a guess? Death Proof, Thanksgiving, Acuna Boys, Hobo with a Shotgun, and Don't. Just want to see if anybody knows their Robert Rodriguez B movies. See if anybody wants to take a guess at this one. And I have seen this movie. It is that bad.
So bad you've actually seen it?
Yes. Indeed, it was Hobo with a Shotgun. It was literally that bad of a movie. Alright, so somehow I accidentally clicked Nerdy's box. So Nerdy, you're still in on this because you are not locked out of the category question.
I saw two LOL.
See, HBK agrees with me. It was really bad. Or wait, is Nerdy not 1, 2, 6, 5? No, Nerdy's locked out. Give me a minute. I want to check something. Oh crap! See, that's the problem when I don't have my mouse. Because the mouse started acting up again. It was like basically turning into a ghost. It was basically doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
So, are you Remus Lupin from Harry Potter?
No. I am like the configuration of the first Doctor, the fourth Doctor, the third Doctor, and the 12th Doctor. Or the 11th Doctor.
Today I took 3 more
Okay.
lives, and I do believe
So we are down to HBK and D-Back.
this very moment.
So I screwed something up somewhere. Alright, got that one came off. Got that one came off. Got that one came off. Okay, no, I'm right.
Alright, well, I'm
All right.
going up.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the next toss-up question. Which Law and Order star delved into horror films when he created the 2010 film Don't Go Into the Woods? Which Law and Order star delved into horror films when he created the 2010 film Don't Go Into the Woods?
Emoji face with stuck out tongue.
Yes, like I said, I went into the time vortex and this is what came out when I regenerated. This is between HBK and D-Back. out somewhere. I lost my train of thought. Which Law and Order star delved into horror films when he created the 2010 film Don't Go Into the Woods? This is between D-Bag and HBK.
I know this.
I don't remember this one. I do not remember the answer to this question. D-Bag says Robert Gorin. Is it
Gorin.
Robert Gorin? No, it is not Robert Gorin. I needed the actual star name, Vincent D'Onofrio. Kingpin. You gave me the right character, wrong star. Which means that you are locked out. And that means HBK. You have your choice right now. Animals or Edgar Allan Poe? I forgot oh, that's right. I do remember reading that. It's basically his one and only attempt into horror films. And it was so bad that he basically said, never again.
Animals.
All right, animals. And here are your choices. Bear, leopard, dog, mountain lion, coyote, and wolf. Now, HBK, if you get this right, you'll have a chance for 2 questions. If you get it wrong, you're handing D-Bag the opportunity to get 10 more points on the board. So here is your question. What type of animal was the creature that drank from mercury poisoned waters and became a killer mutant animal in 1979's Prophecy? Was it a bear, a leopard, a dog, a mountain lion, a coyote, or a wolf? What type of animal was the creature that drank from mercury poisoned waters and became a killer mutant animal in the 1979 film Prophecy? Was it a bear, a leopard, a dog, a mountain lion, coyote, or a wolf? All right, HBK is going to go with dog. If you are correct, HBK, you score 10 points. You get a chance for another 10. Was it a dog? No, it was not a dog, which means that HBK has locked himself out. I think, because I don't remember, I think it was a wolf. Nope, it wasn't a wolf. I would have been wrong.
It's very rude to read over my
Let's
shoulder,
try
but
a bear.
it's easier than reading inside your coffee.
Oh, so it was a bear. I thought it was a wolf. I had that one wrong. It was a bear that drank mercury poisoned waters and became a mutant killer animal. Like a bear needs help being a killer. All right, D-Bag, which means the last category is for you and you alone. And here is the Edgar Allan Poe choice. The Fall of the House of Usher, The Telltale Heart, Black Cat, The Mask of the Red Death, The Gold Bug, or The Murders in the Rue Morgue. So those are your 6 choices. And here is your question. The 1972 television special, An Evening with Edgar Allan Poe, recites 3 tales of Edgar Allan Poe's by Vincent Price while he was in costume. Which of these 6 were one of those 3 tales? The Fall of the House of Usher, The Telltale Heart, Black Cat, The Mask of the Red Death, The Gold Bug, or The Murders in the Rue Morgue? One of those 6 was one of the 3 tales that Vincent Price narrated in the 1972 special, An Evening with Edgar Allan Poe. Which of these 6 were among those 3 tales? Hey, Fatality, how are we doing, my friend? Listwitz is not here. The doctor is in.
Fatality. Fatality my BBQ and tap house bro. Yawn. High fatality. Going to the 7
So,
cup 5-2.
D-Bat, which of these 6?
The doctor.
The doctor. Yep, came in on the TARDIS.
Hey everybody.
The Sphinx is not on the list, D-Bat. Again, we have The Fall of the House of Usher, The Telltale Heart, Black Cat, The Mask of the Red Death, The Gold Bug, and The Murders in the Rue Morgue. One of those 6.
Hey fatality smile.
The Telltale Heart. Was the Telltale Heart
Fatality.
one of the 3 stories that were told? I will tell you right now, the first was The Raven, the second was The Pit and the Pendulum. Was the Telltale Heart? No, the Telltale Heart was not. No points for D-Back on that one. I think it was The Mask of the Red Death. I think. Oh, I would have been wrong again, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm on this side of the broadcast booth and not that side. Let's see if it's the Gold Bug. Not the Gold Bug either. The Murders in the Rue Morgue.
Black Cat.
Wow. Black Cat. There we go. Black Cat was the third one.
Curious about my book?
All right, so
Tells the story
we
of
are
your
through round
brother
1.
Oliver Doom.
Right now, HBK and Nerdy are at 0. Bros is at 1. Or no, Nerdy's at 1 because he got 1 free point from Zach. KTG is at 1. And D-Back is at 39. However, that can all change in round 2. Same principle, with one exception when we get to the bonus board. And I will explain that when we get to it. I am making one slight change to my rules on this. And the 6 topics for this board are American Horror Story, werewolves, sea monsters, Batman, movie credits, and subtitles. Alright, so everybody is back in. The same rules apply. Okay? You all 6 compete on the toss-up questions. Whoever is the last one left will get to choose the category. They will see the 6 options, or the 6 multiple choice options. Then they get to challenge one of the unlocked players. Okay? And you will basically each go through and try to pick the correct answer. Whoever picks the correct answer locks the other one out. Okay? So you guys got some work to do with catching D-Back, that's for sure. In addition, points are all double. Toss-up questions are 2. The bonus questions are worth 20. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the first toss-up question of round 2. Who was the mass killer in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Who was the mass killer in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Slow down back. Low.
So who was the mass killer in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Leatherface.
Bro says it's Leatherface. Is it Leatherface? Indeed it is Leatherface. Alright, bros. I'm almost certain I know who you're going to lock out, but I'm going to let you choose. KTG, HBK, J-Dub, D-Back, or Nerdy. No, we're not to the categories yet.
Uh-oh, back again, LOL.
D-Back has been...
Bob the Builder.
Look, get back up there. D-Back has been temporarily locked out. I knew that one was coming.
LOL.
I knew that one was coming. Alright guys, here is the second toss-up question. Last House on the Left was the directorial debut of what master of the horror film genre?
You can't lock out Fat John, LOL.
Last House on the Left was the directorial debut of what master of the horror film genre?
Batman, LOL. Yay, LOL. Iliadis.
Dennis Iliadis, according to KTG. Is it Dennis Iliadis? No, it was actually Wes Craven. Wes Craven's very first directorial credits were Last House on the Left, which means KTG is temporarily locked out.
I'll take your life.
And it is time for the next toss-up question. Which surname means descendant of the hard hero and is often used in films and books such as TV Supernatural, Neil Gaiman's Good Omens, and the 2006 horror film Hatchet? What surname, which means descendant of the hard hero, is often used in films and books such as TV Supernatural, Neil Gaiman's Good Omens book, and the 2006 horror film Hatchet? He may have done one earlier, but he was not credited until Last House on the Left.
Carry on my wayward son.
Which surname means descendant of the hard hero and is often used in films and books such as television show Supernatural, Neil Gaiman's book Good Omens, and the 2006 horror film Hatchet? And again, KTG and D-Back are temporarily locked out. No answers on the chat yet. Uh-oh. Again, I'm going to warn you guys, if nobody gives me an answer, KTG and D-Bag get to guess, and if they get it right, they get to choose whoever they lock out. That's the one rule change I have. I keep forgetting the mouse isn't in there right now. Damn it.
Michael.
Going to go with Michael. Is it Michael? No, it is Crowley. Crowley is the surname that's used in pretty much a lot of horror and supernatural books, and it basically means descendant of the hard hero. If you've ever read Good Omens, Crowley is the little devil, the guy that basically works for the devil. So Bros has locked himself out. And that means we are down to HBK, J-Dub, and Nerdy for the next question. And here is the next toss-up question. In Chinese mythology, how many masters are there in the underworld? This is for HBK, J-Dub, and Nerdy. In Chinese mythology, how many masters are there in the underworld? Nerdy says 5. Are there 5 Chinese mythological masters? No, there are actually 10. There are actually 10 of them. Which means Nerdy is temporarily locked out. And we come down to J-Dub and HBK. Alright guys, here is your toss-up question. Which author started as a horror writer, and his writings were the basis for the horror films in the Candyman series? Which author started as a horror writer, is still a horror writer, and his writings were the basis for the horror films in the Candyman series? This is between HBK and J-Dub, and whoever gets this will be able to challenge one of the other 5 players. Which author started as a horror writer? His writings were the basis for the horror films in the Candyman series of films.
I don't know.
So HBK, J-Dub, either one of you guys want to take a guess?
Dub.
J-Dub! J-Dub, you still with us? Which author started as a horror? And his writings were the basis for the horror films in the Candyman series. Alright, I'm going to give J-Dub 1 minute to get his guess in.
Is he up here?
I don't know.
Dub probably drinking a cold ice beer.
He's probably celebrating the Cubs being up, right? J-Dub! Alright, no answer from J-Dub. So Macy, if you're still here, I'm going to let you sub in for J-Dub until he comes back. If they don't lock you out. Alright, so everybody that was locked out, that's KTG, Bros, D-Back, and Nerdy. You guys are allowed open guesses at this question. Which author started as a horror writer? Correct.
Dub smoking schmutz.
Correct, D-Back. It was indeed Clive Barker. So, I'm going to hope Macy is still here just in case you choose to lock Macy out instead of HBK. Who would you like to lock out, D-Back? Macy or HBK? See, that's why I love having Macy around, because I know she has fun with this, so I like using her for my substitute player if I get desperate.
It's still 5-1 Cubs.
Alright, D-Back is locking HBK out, which means, Macy, you get to choose the category. We have American Horror Story, werewolves, sea monsters, Batman, movie credits, and subtitles.
Batman Macy. American Horror Story.
American Horror Stories. Alright, here are the 6 choices. We have Asylum, Hotel, Freak Show, Roanoke, Murder House, and Coven. So those are the 6 choices. Macy, who would you like to challenge? KTG, Bros, HBK, D-Back, or Nerdy?
But and Batman LOL.
So again, we have Asylum, Hotel, Freak Show, Roanoke, Murder House, and Coven. Okay, bros, you have been challenged. I am going to show Macy the question. She will either play it and she can make a guess, or she will pass it to you and you will have the first guess. Okay? If you are wrong, if you're the first guesser and you're wrong, it'll come off the list. The other player will have a choice. If they're wrong, it'll come back to you. The first person to get it right locks the other one out. All right, so Macy, here is the question for you. Which of these was the first of the American Horror Story anthologies? So that's the question. Which of these was the first of the American Horror Story anthologies? So Macy, you can either take a guess or you can tell me to pass it to Bros. Yeah, we have Asylum, Hotel, Freak Show, Roanoke, Murder House, and Coven. One of those was the very first American Horror Story anthology. Okay, bros. That means you have to make first choice. Which of those 6 do you think was the first of the American Horror Story anthologies? Asylum, Hotel, Freak Show, Roanoke, Murder House, or Coven?
My roommate's yelling the answer at the screen.
Rose says it's the Murder House. If it is the Murder House, Macy is locked out, and Bros scores 20 points. Is it? Oh, let me get my mouse back. The Murder House. Yes, it is. It is indeed the Murder House. I think Murder House was first, Freak Show second, Hotel was one of the last ones. Which means that Macy is locked out and everybody else is back in the game.
Justin can have my spot. I'm useless.
Well, Justin's the one that can't participate, Nerdy. He's the one that, because he won yesterday, he is locked out of any games until the Halloween episode. All right, here is the next toss-up question. In the original Final Destination, the future victims of death delayed their demise at the beginning of the film when they refused to get on a what? In the original Final Destination.
Plane.
KTG says it's a plane. Is it an airplane? Yes, it is.
But I'm just being a fan.
KTG, you are correct.
A lot.
So who would you like to lock out from Bros, HBK, D-Back, and Nerdy? And I will tell you right now. D-Back has 39, Bros has 22.
D8 plane. Back.
You have 1. Nerdy has 1. HBK is at 0. And Macy has been locked out of the game. D-Back is locked out. And we go to the next toss-up question. When we regularly think of the Grim Reaper character as wearing a black robe and carrying a scythe, what colored robe does the same character have in Polish legends? When we regularly think of the Grim Reaper character, we picture him wearing a black robe and carrying a scythe. What color robe does the character wear in Polish legends?
Red.
HBK in first and says red. Is it red? No, it's white. He normally is dressed in white in Polish legends, which means HBK has locked himself out. And we go to the next question. Which horror pulp magazine was where you could first read about H.P. Lovecraft's Cult of Cthulhu, as well as the first sighting of Conan the Barbarian by Robert E. Howard? What horror pulp magazine was where you could first read about H.P. Lovecraft's Cult of Cthulhu, as well as seeing the first sighting of Conan the Barbarian by Robert E. Howard? Which horror pulp magazine was where you could first read about H.P. Lovecraft's Cult of Cthulhu, as well as the first sighting of Conan the Barbarian by Robert E. Howard?
Weird Tales.
KTG in first with Weird Tales. Was it Weird Tales? Yes, indeed it was. With that, KTG, who would you like to lock out, Bros or Nerdy?
Bros.
All right, Bros is locked out. So the last question is a toss-up between KTG and Nerdy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is your question. What is the term given to art in all mediums in which it is given the quality of having a grim or grisly atmosphere? What is the term given to art in all mediums? So if you're talking about sculpture, painting, architecture, in which it has given the quality of having a grim or grisly atmosphere.
Dank.
Is it dank? No, it is macabre. Macabre is the term that's given to grisly or grim art, which means Nerdy is locked out, and which means KTG, it is your choice, my dear. First, the category. We'll show you the 6 answers, or 6 possible answers, and then you get to issue the challenge. So we have werewolves, sea monsters.
That was my next guess.
She's
Credits.
going to go with movie credits. All right, here are your choices. Unknown, Itself, question mark, uncredited, Boris Karloff, or mystery actor. So those are your 6 choices, the 6 possible answers. Unknown, Itself, question mark,
Nice choice, KTG.
uncredited, Boris Karloff, and mystery actor. KTG, who would you like to challenge? You have 5, Nerdy is at 1, D-Bac's at 39, Bros is at 22, and HBK is at 0.
Nerdy.
All right, you're going to take on Nerdy. All right, so this is between Nerdy and KTG. Here is the question. In the opening credits for Frankenstein in 1931, the part of the monster is said to be played by whom? Back in the original movies, the credits always showed at the start of the movie.
Nerdy, nerdy, nerdy.
So here's your question, KTG. In the opening credits for Frankenstein, the part of the monster is said to be played by whom? KTG, you can make a yes or you can pass. KTG is going to say the question mark. Is it the question mark?
That's my answer.
No, it is not the question mark. Which means, Nerdy, you can knock out KTG if you can pick the correct one from the remaining 5. And you will put yourself up into 3rd place.
Going to the top of 8, Cubs 5, Cleveland 1. Ray Romano's death.
Yes, Peter Boyle did play Frankenstein's monster, but that's not the question on this one. In the opening credits for Frankenstein, 1931, the part of the monster is said to be played by whom? Unknown, itself, uncredited, Boris Karloff, or mystery actor?
Boris Karloff.
Nerdy is going to go with Boris Karloff. And is it correct?
I googled the video. Ha, ha, ha.
Yes, it is. He was actually credited in the movie. As playing the role. Which means KTG
Nice nerdy.
is locked out.
Okay, weird.
I'm starting to wonder about that myself, because I would have swore he wasn't credited. But I don't, unless my question order got screwed up, and I don't think it did. Alright, which means Bros, HBK, D-Back, and Nerdy are back in the game.
Am still log out right.
Nope, you're back in. And gentlemen, here is your toss-up question. I'll have to go look that one up. My question may have got scrambled on that one. What HBO fictional storyteller, based on a character from entertaining comics, was voiced by John Kassir? I'm going to have to go check that one, because I'm not sure about that Frankenstein one now. Which HBO fictional storyteller, based on a character from entertaining comics, was voiced by John Kassir? So again, Bros, HBK, D-Back, and Nerdy.
Anyone want to Google it for me? I'm getting both answers. Tales from the Crypt.
Not what I'm looking for, D-Back. You are locked out. The correct answer is the Crypt Keeper. I was looking for the storyteller, not the story of the tales.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, you're heading out, Nerdy? All right, with that. All right, KTG, you are back in then.
Sorry, buddy.
That's all right, dude. It happens. It happens.
Okay.
But we were looking for the actual storyteller, the Crypt Keeper. So D-Back is locked out. And it is time for the next question. Which creature of horror started from the story of Saint Romanus, who freed the French country of Rouen from a bat-like monster? Which creature of horror started from the story of Saint Rouen? I lost my question. There we go. Who freed the French county of Rouen from a bat-like monster?
Gargoyle.
Correct, KTG. They were indeed the gargoyles. It basically fought a bat-like monster. Or it was the bat-like monster, I should say. All right, KTG. With that, you can lock out. You can go after. Lock out Bros or HBK. Who would you choose? HBK, out with you, my friend.
HBK, out with you. Hello.
Which means the last question is down to Bros and KTG. The creature from the Black Lagoon movie came about because of a myth of a sea creature / man that lived in which river? The creature from the Black Lagoon came about because of a myth of a sea creature that lived in which river?
Back to the bowl game. Amazon.
Is it the Amazon? Indeed it is, KTG, which means you're locking out Bros. And now it is your choice, my dear. We have Batman, werewolves, sea monsters, and subtitles. Subtitles it is.
Subtitles.
And here is the question, or the answers. Song of Susanna, Wizard and Glass, Wolves of the Kala, The Drawing of the Three, The Talisman, and The Wastelands. So, who would you like to challenge, KTG? Bros, HBK, or D-Back?
Bros.
Alright guys, Bros versus KTG. Bros, I will tell you, if you get this, you take the lead. Here is the question. So KTG, you can play or pass. You probably know the subtitle of the first of the Stephen King series of Dark Tower books, The Gunslinger. Which of these 6 was not one of the subtitles of the later books in the series? Song of Susanna, Wizard and Glass, Wolves of the Calla, The Drawing of the Three, The Talisman, and The Wasteland. So KTG, we're looking for one of those that was not the subtitle to one of the Dark Tower books. I think I ever only got through 3 of his books. Alright, she says The Talisman is not one of the subtitles. Is she correct? Indeed, she is. So with a first guess, I love when they put question marks on there, because it's like, it's not Jeopardy this time. KTG moves to second. Bros is locked out and locked in with 22 points. And we free up J-Dub, and we free up HBK. Alright guys, here's your next toss-up question. Although they have been romanticized as genies, the original jinns, as found in the Quran, are actually made of what? Although they have been romanticized as genies, the original jinns, as found in the Quran, are actually made of what? HBK says they're made of stone.
Stone.
Are they made of stone? No, they're actually made of fire. All jinns are originally made of scorching fire, which means HBK is locked out. And we go to the next toss-up question. While it was being composed, it went by the name The Black Door. But when it was released, what was the name of the 1960s film that had Virginia Leaf playing the role of Jan Compton? When it was being composed, it went by the name The Black Door. But when it was released, what was the name of the classic 1960s film that had Virginia Leaf playing the role of Jan Compton?
The brain wouldn't die.
Is it The Brain That Wouldn't Die? Indeed it is. I would have taken the brain or the head because there's some controversy over which name it actually goes by. So with that, KTG scores 2 more points. And there's only one person to lock out on this one, which is Bros. Which means KTG, you get to choose the next category. Or I'm sorry, D-back. So KTG, your choices are werewolves, sea monsters, and Batman.
Sea monsters.
Alright, we're going to go with sea monsters. And here are the answers. Rita, Betty, Scarlet, Marilyn, Lorraine, and April. Rita, Betty, Scarlett, Marilyn, Lorraine, and April for Sea Monsters. Who would you like to challenge, KTG? HBK or D-Back? Oh, she's going after D-Back. So here is the question. What was the name of the boat in the movie Creature from the Black Lagoon? What was the name of the boat in the movie Creature from the Black Lagoon? KTG?
Are you come from?
It is your choice to play or you can pass. KTG says it's Rita.
Rita.
Is it Rita? Yes, it is Rita, which means D-Back is locked out. And KTG scores 20, which means it comes down to this last question. I will tell you right now, HBK, you got to get the toss-up right to have a chance. I'm trying to see if it's possible. I think KTG may have locked it up, but we will find out. Here is the toss-up question. In the comedy film Abbott and Costello, Meet the Mummy, what is the name given to the mummy? In the comedy film Abbott and Costello, Meet the Mummy, what is the name given to the mummy? HBK says it's Murray. Is it Murray? No, it is Clarice. Or Clarice. I forget how to pronounce this one. It is Clarice.
It's a scary movie.
And with that, whoop, wrong person. HBK is locked out, which means KTG, you get to choose the category, and you will be challenging HBK.
I think it says in chorus.
It may be, I can't remember. I've got it on video somewhere, I just haven't seen it in forever. We're going with werewolves. Alright, here are your choices. Disc jockey, nurse, stripper, bartender, police officer,
Mistake.
and scientist. Alright, so those are your 6 choices. KTG, here is the question. You may not know the name, but Carrie Vaughn has written a number of werewolf stories, with Kitty Norville as the main protagonist. What job did Kitty Norville have when she wasn't a werewolf?
Nobody left Batman.
Lol. DJ.
Is she a disc jockey? Yes, she is. And with that, KTG has pretty much stolen the game from D-Back, who went over in the big round. Indeed, she was a disc jockey. And the Batman question was, let's see what it was. Oh, okay. Burt Ward, Cesar Romero, Adam West, Frank Gorshin, Alan Napier, and Yvonne Craig.
Yup.
And the question was, what actor who appeared in the 1960s TV show Batman
Well,
also appeared in The Mole People? And I think it was Alan Napier, the police Commissioner Gordon.
Clutch.
Clutch.
Well, you got a little help with Nerdy Bale.
My presence.
You got a little help, KTG, when Nerdy bailed, because if Nerdy hadn't bailed, you would have come in third. Because you only had 9 points up until that point. And then she pretty much ran away with it at the end. So, congratulations, KTG. You have won the Cash Trap game. So, my question for you is, my dear, which of our 4 sets would you like?
I will play.
Again, we have Frankenstein's monster set. We have the Hunchback. We have
Congratulations.
Dracula.
Muahahaha, bringing home the mad scientist.
And the Mad Scientist. And the Werewolf, sorry. So, Dr. Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein and the Mad Scientist is yours, KTG. Oh! As we zip back to the back. And I don't think I know. Oh, yeah, I do. KPG has. So the Spawn and the Mad
Congratulations,
Scientist
KTG.
are yours, my dear. Well, yeah, KTG got a little help on that one, I think. I'm gonna go look up that Frankenstein question because I would have swore it was supposed to be the question mark. It was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be the question mark, but we shall see. But ladies and gentlemen, I am the Doctor from various incarnations tonight. We will be back tomorrow. Well, the show will be back tomorrow. I will not be back tomorrow. There will be a new guest host. There will be a brand new game tomorrow, a brand new list.
Good game. Was fun watching Smile.
Yeah, so there will be a brand new game, a brand new list, a brand new 4-letter word.
Last update cause I'm going to watch the bowl game.
And I think the game tomorrow is... I gotta go see what the game is tomorrow. Just to let you know. So KTG and Justin will be locked out. They will not be able to participate tomorrow.
Cheaper than a movie. Thank you for hosting, Professor Dr. Haas.
Well, thank you
Good
very
night,
much.
Everyone. Thanks again, Saints.
The game tomorrow, I think, will be Ultimatum.
Emoji grinning face.
So it will be a 5 or 6 player game tomorrow, depending on how many people are on the channel and participating.
LOL.
So I think it will be Ultimatum tomorrow. But ladies and gentlemen, with that, I want to thank you guys for being with us. Hope you have as much fun with this Halloween holiday as I do.
5 Cleveland 1.
Oh God, my coworker is going to be impossible to deal with tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, you will be able to participate in the list tomorrow, KTG. You just will not be able to participate in the big game. You and Justin have won prizes this week, so it's basically until Halloween night, you guys will be locked out of the big games. But the list, you will still be eligible. The list and the 4-letter words, you will still be eligible for. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we're going to wrap things up. I am the Doctor saying I hope you have a good night. All that wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff as we try to give young mommy nightmares. Even though she's not on, she's not watching. Why not, my young mommy? So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we're going to bid you adieu. And always remember, these are the important parts. Y'all have a good night, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Like I said, I think with Ultimatum.
Home screen. The playroom.